Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two mezcals, and this is Rayu, produced by Rayu Mezcal. This is a liter bottle. It's their Maguay espadin Joven. That's their young one, unaged. So they only sell it in a liter bottle. It's 88 proof, 44% alcohol, so it's higher than what I've been dealing with. Bought this at Total Wine and More. It's like $30. I think it was $28 at the time for a liter bottle. So it's a better deal because you're getting a whole liter, obviously, 25% more than your normal bottle. There are some video reviews for it, not many, but it's good. It's a good product, and I've seen it at other places besides Total Wine. So it's distributed by or imported by Pacific Edge Imports. Yeah, imported by them, not distributed. They have distributors like Republic National and Southern Glazers, but it's imported by Pacific Edge, and I would recommend their website. Check it out. It's pretty interesting, all the different products they have. Here is Mezcal Unión, their Uno, 750 milliliter bottle, 80 proof, right? And it's produced by a cooperative, a union of mezcal farmers, okay, who are all basically too small to go alone, so they team up and make this. Okay. Wooden cap, rubber stopper. I bought this at international market. It was like $32. Then I'll go and find out they got it at Total Wine for $2 less. But, you know, no big damage, but I did notice that. But it's worth the price. Get a cheap tequila, they're like $7. You get a cheap mezcal, they're like $20. All right, so mezcal tends to be a good deal more expensive. So the Rayu has a twist cap. And I think they're both clear, and they're both Jovens, unaged. Oh, the Uno is two types of Maguay, agave. Espadin, and cirial. Both clear, no yellowing or anything like I had with some other ones where they were yellow, like with the Lejita and the especially the Monte Alban. Hector Lopez says, "Morning, Ronald. Good morning to you, Hector." Max Walt, good morning, Ryan. Good morning to you, Max Walt, and the Russian Federation. Okay. Let's get rolling because I got the news coming up. We're going to go watch the news. So, top of the hour. I'm going to get on to that. Kind of a vegetable aroma, succulent plant aroma, bell pepper aroma type thing. And that makes sense because that's basically what you're dealing with. Okay, the agave. Over here we got smoke. Now remember the Rayu being smoky too, so I don't know. But definitely smoked what I just described as opposed to unsmoked what I just described. Maybe I'll be able to guess by virtue of the strength, like 88 proof versus 80 proof. Maybe that alcohol by volume difference will indicate it to me because it'll have a fuller body or something like that. Let's go with the taste. Daryl Macias, good morning, Ronald. Good morning to you, Daryl. Let's go with the taste. Already went walking once today in the dark. It was cooler, yeah. Having a shoot of Myers' rum dark. Yeah, most people call it Myers, but it's actually, if you look, it's Myers is. So that tastes like somewhat smoked agave, a bell pepper taste. It because the man that started the company was last name Myers, so it's Myers is, which is kind of hard to say, but that's the proper pronunciation. But most people don't use that kind of pronunciation. Smoky, even more smoky and peppery. Like they'll say Jesus first miracle. No, the proper way to say it would be Jesus is first miracle. You're adding an apostrophe S just because the word ends in S. The only time you would add an apostrophe and no S is if the word was plural. Like the orange's aroma, meaning more than one orange. Oranges, plural, apostrophe, aroma. Okay, but that baffles a lot of people. So the one in my left hand is sweeter and not too smoky. And that's what it's got. The one over here is smokier and it tastes heavier. You know what I mean? Like fuller bodied. Whew, man. So I think that must be the Rayu. I guess the Rayu is a little better. I haven't been totally successful with the Mezcal taste challenges. Is it because I'm bad at tasting Mezcal? I think it's mostly because the Uno is not that different from the rest, and there's so many and they're all really good, and so it becomes very difficult. Do I like Mezcal more than tequila? Well, no, yes or no, because anyhow, tequila is simply a type of Mezcal. Okay, it's a variant of Mezcal. So there's no such thing as preferring tequila over Mezcal because tequila is a Mezcal. It's just simply a Mezcal made in a certain part of Mexico, specifically using a type of agave called Blue Weber agave. Okay, so excuse me. It's like cognac. It's like asking somebody, do you prefer cognac or brandy? Well, cognac is a brandy. Or do you prefer stout or porter? A stout is a type of porter. Now you could say, well, I prefer porter in the sense that you're meaning what? The non-stout type. Or I prefer mezcal, meaning the non-tequila type. Or I prefer brandy, meaning the non-cognac type, and so forth. Okay. I don't know what it is about mezcal. It's got like a cornbread taste to me in some respects. And you say, well, it doesn't use any corn. I know it's 100% vegetable matter. Well, corn is vegetative too, but it's a grain. You know what I'm saying? Corn is a grain. Agave is a succulent plant. They're both part of the flora kingdom, not fauna. The plant kingdom, not the animal kingdom. Okay. I don't know. It's just strange sensation. I'm going to say this is the Uno. No, it's the Rayu. So I keep fighting against my better judgment because when I'm tasting these, I'm getting the really smoky taste and I'm saying, oh, that's probably not the Uno, the Uno. But it is. See, I got to stop fighting against my better judgment because my mind is saying, go with the smoke, it's the Uno. But then I'm fighting against it in a cognitive mental sense and saying, oh no, it's probably the reverse, but it isn't the reverse. So what have we noticed with the Uno? It's a lot smokier than the rest. Now there's one last one, Sombra. That's got me nervous too, because Sombra, which is around $30 a bottle, but for whatever crazy reason, Walmart had the brand new bottle design. They had the old bottle, and then they brought the new bottle in. And I looked at both bottles. I said, well, obviously this new one is the new design. I mean, this other, there's more of them. It's the smoked glass with the certain molding, a lot more distinctive. So I said, I'll just get the new one, which was the same price, but it was on a closeout price or a discount price, $15 for a $30 bottle. We can't ever explain Walmart's crazy pricing, right? So when you see that yellow tag, give it a second glance. $15. I said, well, you can't pass it up. And then my friend David said, how could you not buy me one? I mean, I said, I didn't even think you liked Mezcal too much. He doesn't really. But he doesn't like to pass up a deal. You say, well, why would you care about a deal on a product you don't care for? I don't know. That's his thing, but it'd be like if they had a bunch of session IPAs for half price. I wouldn't buy them because I don't drink them. I mean, if it was something I never reviewed before and they were within date, yeah, okay, I'd buy them and suffer through it in a sense. Because to me, Founders All Day IPA I like, but all the rest, there was one other I can't remember. They're not good, They taste like hop water, and they're like deficient. So Swillengrog said the whole concept of session IPAs baffles me. I said, same here. I don't understand the point. You say, oh, I want to drink a bunch. That's what a session is. A session. You're going to drink 5 or 6 beers. Okay. I don't recommend doing that, but okay, you want to do that. So it can't be but like 4.5% alcohol. But then you want it to be an India Pale Ale. So then it's got the hop character, the bitterness. But it doesn't make sense because they weren't designed that way. They're supposed to be a fuller bodied 6%, 7% beer with a high IBU. In England, about 50% alcohol. 50 IBUs, 50 in the United States, 60 or 70 IBUs. Now that's been downgraded lately, the last 10 years, deteriorated, I would call it, to where they don't taste like the traditional IPAs. They taste like some monstrous aberration. But the session IPA just, I don't understand it. If you want to drink, there's no benefit of it, I don't think. I would just drink Milwaukee's Best Light or Keystone Light. I'm serious. I'm not trying to be flip or sarcastic or foolish. I would enjoy those more. But I would enjoy a session. I don't really do that, sessioning beers. I understand people like to do it. I know people who do it. But on a typical off day, like today, I'm not working today. So a typical day off of work, I will session 4 beers in the whole day. You say, oh boy, how exciting. Somebody at work called me dull. That's dull. I said, oh, I'm dull. Coming from a guy who drinks Bud Light exclusively, only Bud Light. Oh, he got irate and I could drink it all day long. I could drink a 30-pack in the whole, which is insanity in my view. And I don't get crazy like I want to fight people and so forth. I said, I'm not an anti-Bud Light. Okay, let's establish this. I'm not an anti-Bud Light. I'm not in that camp. I said, but you're calling me dull, but you only drink Bud Light. And I'm trying all these beers. I said, you ever tried Guinness? Oh, no, never tried Guinness. I said, that's a common product. It's common, it's all over the world. Everybody has Guinness. But you've never tried it, but you're going to call me dull. I said, that's oxymoronic. It doesn't make sense. I said, you're the pot and you're calling the kettle black. Having a shot of, oh, yeah, already read it. Okay, so I told him, I said, if you come to my house, I'll let you try any of these beers, different type beer he is going to do. I know he's never going to do it. I used to talk to him in the 1970s, mid to late 70s. He would always be at the Methodist church as a, you know, a kid, but he'd be out there talking about, oh, this rock band, that rock band, or whatever. And I would listen. He was sort of a, his parents had trouble with him. He was like a juvenile delinquent in some respects. I don't know if he got in trouble with the law, but he got in trouble with them. You know what I mean? Like a problem child. But which is totally irrelevant to what we're talking about. But I'm just saying, I found it comical that he would say I'm dull, but he only drinks Bud Light. I was telling him about different liquors, and he was like, oh, I can't deal with liquor. But why? Because he doesn't like the flavor? No, same old story. He would go to his friend's house and they would drink a whole bottle of Crown Royal in a night, and then plus multiple beers, chasing one from after the other. And I thought, and I told him, I said, well, you really didn't follow the correct protocol. And so you kind of like train wrecked what could have been a hobby. But I mean, most people are not hobbyists in the sense of beer, wine, and liquor. You say, well, that's not even normal. Most people don't sit there and look up the websites. Oh, I didn't know that was introduced in 1933. Oh, I didn't know they got bought out. You know, that kind of thing. That is abnormal, you know, in a sense. It's not what most people do. It's not normal, you know. I mean, I get that. It's not immoral or weird. It is weird, I guess, because that would mean abnormal. But it's not, you know, bad. It's not it's a neutral thing. Whether you want to do the research or not do the research, it's neither good nor bad. There's nothing good or bad about it. It's what we call a morally neutral situation. But anyway, which of these do I prefer? Well, you know me, I prefer the smokier product. So I would pick the Uno. But as far as quality, it's the same. So there's really no winner here, and I couldn't get it right. But even though I did in my mind get it right, in my verbalization, I did not get it right. And you got to go with what you say. Kevin Johnson says, Jay, do you have a favorite rum or at least a rum brand that you prefer? Yes, I would say it would be the Bacardi 8-year aged. Mm-hmm. Well, it costs you about $30. I've been contemplating open that 1951 bottle since 2002. So you got a 20-year decision to make, huh? Well, I would say open it. Liquor is made for drinking, not for, you know, keeping on the shelf. But that's your business. Okay, I'm going to watch the news. Thanks, everybody.